Hi there, welcome back to Bright and Rose Strings. This is a video of the Viola excerpt from Mendelssohn's Scherzo for Midsummer Night Dream, measure 17 down to letter D. And this excerpt is requested by the Denver Young Artists Orchestra for their Auditions 2021. So right now I'll play through it for you at a performance tempo, which for me is quarter note equals 86, but you could play this excerpt, I would say, anywhere from quarter note equals 82 to 92. Just remember, one of the goals of this excerpt is to get a clean bow stroke, so figure out what tempo works for you to do that. So I'll perform the excerpt now through at dotted quarter note equals 86, then I'll go back and offer some tips. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now, one thing that you probably noticed as I played through is in this excerpt, we go in between two different bow strokes. One is for the eighth notes, which should be more of a spiccato, and then the 16th is more of a sautille, so it's a little bit more high, middle bow, flatter bow hair. Still the stick bounces, but it's too fast for the hair to really leave the string as obviously. So at the beginning, for example, if I show you the difference between the sautille and the spiccato, sautille again, and then when I go back to the eighth notes, spiccato and then sautille. So when you're playing this, you're thinking about that minute change between the part of the bow that you're in for the sautille, a little bit higher, maybe above the middle, or the middle for your bow, depending on what works, and then spiccato a little lower at the middle or towards the balance point. You also might notice you have to flatten your hair a little bit more for the sautille versus tilted for spiccato. This excerpt is incredibly difficult, and it's hard to get that clean bow stroke in addition to being quiet the whole time, which I did not achieve that well when I played through just now. So for example, when I get to letter C, try to show the difference there of pianissimo. So if I was piano right before that, 2 measures before C, then at C, I try to be a little softer. So that's another thing you can strive for. The sforzandos right before C, if you can bring those out, that's great. So if I do where that pattern begins before C, trying to show that difference. And enjoy the challenge of the string crossing right before that as well. So I'll go back before C here at measure 59. I always find that part hard to get clean, so that's when you could slow down and isolate. Now that I've played through it for you at the goal tempo, I'll go back and play it slower, but know that when it's slower, the bow stroke doesn't always work as well for the sautille. So here it is. I'll do it at dotted quarter note equals 80 for you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's a 5 measure rest here. You can probably just count 1 measure. I did more just now. 1, 2. Here's letter B. Another challenge in this excerpt is trying to stay steady and not rush. So when you do with the metronome, if you wanted to have it subdivide all of the eighth notes in the measure, that's another way to feel it. I hope that helped you work on this excerpt. It's one that you'll play your whole life. It's always challenging, but try your best to get the bow stroke, the dynamics, and then showing the different articulation markings. Good luck with the audition. Check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know if this helped you, and thanks for watching.